This is Kingston Road, Logan City, a major road that crosses over what seems to be an insignificant and utterly dirty creek. Like many, I've driven to work every day over this creek for years without giving it a second thought, until one day I decided to take a closer look and I hiked the entire creek line from start to finish. And what I discovered absolutely blew me away. This 35-kilometre creek system proved to be one of my most interesting explorations yet, and all in my own backyard. This is the journey of Scrubby Creek.
This here is Bellevue Park. It's at the intersection of Middle Road and Carlton Drive over at Boronia Heights, just right next door to Park Ridge. What we're going to be tackling today as part of our urban hike series and following the line of Scrubby Creek, well, this basically is where Scrubby Creek begins. And what I want to do today is think outside the box of your normal hiking and think a little bit more about hiking in your own backyard. So this is not that far from where I live, and I've been really inspired recently by watching a video by a fellow YouTuber called Walkabout with Rob. What he actually did, he put together a video of where Scrubby Creek begins and where it comes out. Now, I really loved watching that video. I was so inspired by it, and cause I'm so familiar with Scrubby Creek, I've just felt to, you know, I love bush bashing, I love doing that kind of stuff, so let's do what he did, but take it to another level, and that is actually really explore it, really show you the inside workings of this creek line. And so where I'm walking right now is where Scrubby Creek actually begins, here at Bellevue Park. This is it right here, this scrubland. And so I'm going to be tackling this in stages. Today I'm going to be starting at the beginning here and traveling all the way out to Waller Road, which is where I parked my car today. And I actually caught a DD. If you know what a DD is, it's like an Uber. So I'm going to be, the Uber driver, the DD driver just dropped me off here, and we're going to be tackling this from its very beginning, all the way back to Waller Road, and that'll be it for today. So, this is it. This scrubland is the beginnings. Right here is Middle Road, right there. And here we go. So, let's do this, shall we? The beginning of Scrubby Creek.
So for today's adventure, what I'll show you is a flyover of our route today. Starting from the very beginning of the Scrubby Creek line at Middle Road, Greenbank, we'll be pushing over the first two streets that this creek runs under. And then we'll be going over Crest Road at Park Ridge. We'll continue pushing on through that bushland, through a retirement community, over a pipeline and underneath the drains of Mount Lindesay Highway and Green Road. Through more bushland, we're going to then cross underneath Lamberth Road and Vansittart Road, which you can see on the screen. Both have tunnels going underneath. And finally, we'll finish our 9-kilometre trek today on Waller Road at Browns Plains, right next to 7-Eleven, where I get my $2 cup of coffee as a reward.
This is it, Scrubby Creek, where it begins. And we are walking it down. Now this is just scrub, marshland, swamp. Thankfully it's been a bit dry, so it's not too bad. It's very walkable, but I can still feel it's a bit muddy. You see all this paperbark trees, but this is it. Found the footpath, so I may as well walk the footpath, eh? creek line's right there. But let's just stick on the main path here, why not? And this is called Hilton Road. Hilton. The first crossing. First crossing of Scrubby. This is it right here. You see where it flows out. Okay, let's punch on. Now today I've opted to go with my long pants. They serve to me to be a gaiter for my shins and stuff against, you know, against any nasty nettles and stuff I may come across. It's definitely sloshy here. Should be interesting. Right, so the creek has now petered out to pretty much just dry land here at the moment. And so what we're doing is just pretty much just bush bashing. And so we're just making our way. Thankfully, you can see the ground here is dry. This would all be running with water as the creek begins to flow. Honestly, just to the average person who would be walking here, I'd look like some kind of a freak coming up from the bushes, from the swamp. Oh yeah. I'm going to take that footpath. And we're going to be continuing walking down and right beside Scrubby Creek. So, let's do it. You can see over here, there's such growth here. It's quite nice. It wouldn't be that pleasant to walk in, so I'm choosing the path of least resistance today, or at the moment. But it is still nice. Beautiful in its own right. Now the water, truthfully, it's, you know, it is what it is. It's a swamp. And it goes to various swamp points. However, this is still beautiful in its own right and merit, and something that you just won't see on any other channel apart from mine. I take you to all the places you'd never want to go, so let me do the going and you do the sitting down and watching. Here we go. Righto, the name of this street is Birdsville Street. We've got a wildlife corridor, and here we see Scrubby continuing on down that way. Birdsville Street. That's kind of funny, just passed a guy. He thought I was gonna mug him. I got right out of my way. Gonna pass some other person now walking their dogs. Should be funny. Morning. It ain't no massive waterfall, but it's Scrubby Creek Falls. Oh yeah, it's starting to look, well, I think it looks pretty nice. Now I'm pretty mindful, like, this is in the middle of suburbia, and you know, I said before, I passed some dude that thought I was going to mug him. I guess they're not used to seeing people walk in these bushes. I think these bushes are just reserved for like criminals on the run, fugitives. And so I try to be a bit more mindful of people and give them the wave, let them know, hey, it's nothing to worry about. I'm not some weirdo. I probably am a weirdo wanting to explore this creek line. Now the water is pretty dirty here, to be honest. Its name Very much suits it. Scrubby. Here it is, scrubby dirty. Here's a massive log for me to try to get up. Okay, there we go. So Scrubby Creek goes underneath the road there. That's Crest Road. Just need to get out to there. Crest Road. Let's cross over. And there you have it. Scrubby Creek flowing underneath Crest Road through these 3 big drains. I won't be going for a swim, but I will be powering on down that way. Oh look, other footprints. I'm not the only crazy person. It's quite satisfying to know that I'm not the only crazy person. It's just amazing, like the creek tapers down just to a segment that's about, I don't know, not even a metre wide, half a metre at some parts. But just to think this whole thing gets flooded over when the rain comes down. I just jumped over Scrubby Creek. Yeah, a couple of big drain systems. Here's another one over here, which obviously comes down from the road. I hear that these are really good for your barbecue at home. I actually saw a monitor lizard, could have been a frillneck, I don't know, just ran for dear life, jumped into the water there. Somewhere underneath it is. I don't know how long those lizards can stand the water. Don't really know. And I don't have the time to hang around to watch where he comes out. Okay, I can see a boardwalk over there. The creek runs under this boardwalk, continues on. Let's just have a look from across the top. This is where we've just come down. And this is where it continues. Okay. Couple of fallen logs over here. This is a nice little spot. This actually would be a peaceful little spot just to sit here and have a cup of tea, have a Tim Tam with your coffee, sit and read the Bible. But today we are powering on. So we really are following the course of the creek here, aren't we? It widens out to wider pools. It tapers down to narrow creek line. And, you know, this is just really, really different, isn't it? I mean, we often think we need to go out on an adventure to Lamberth National Park, to the Green Mountains, to the tops of some mountain to really get an adventure. When all along, honestly, we have amazing places just to come and explore that nobody goes to. Those other places, everyone's there. And so especially in these times of COVID, cautiousness, snap lockdowns, and everyone's like, oh, I'm stuck inside, I can't go more than 10 k's from my home. You'd be surprised, you'll be absolutely surprised just what is in the vicinity of your own home, what trails, what corridors, what areas there are that people don't go because they just don't think about it. They're too scared, or they just think it's too boring. But as you can see so far, I'm coming across stuff that I just find beautiful and different. And following this this whole creek line of Scrubby Creek, from beginning to where it's going to end up joining to Slacks Creek, which ultimately comes out to Logan River at Riverdale Park. That's what I want to see. Just a really nice shady spot here. Here is a massive scribbly gum. Righto, so far so good. Have no idea where I am, or I can hear loads of traffic over down that way. I just walked behind some kind of retirement community. Houses up on my left over here, and Scrubby just running smack down the center of it. Wow, look at this, some massive pine trees. It looks like someone's been trying to cut this tree. You see that? There, and that side. I don't know, it's green inside and the cuts, and look over here, same deal. Someone's cut there, so I don't know. It kind of looks like it's scored all the way around, as are all of these trees in some way. Someone's been having a go with some kind of chainsaw. Here we have a bunch of bamboos. Look at this. Right, so I'm hugging the extreme left-hand side of this drain because there's all water running down the inside, so I do want to try to keep my boots dry. It's getting harder to see now. Jeez, that's better. Wow, there's so much mud up on this side bankment on top of this concrete that I'm walking on. All right, this has kind of been a sucky idea to go through here. All right, so not the best idea. Don't come down that way. What I'm up to at the moment, I probably should have stuck on that side, jeez. Right. That sucks. That sucks. Okay. Okay. Here we go. There we go, Scrubby Creek. Jeez. All right, we're at Mount Lindesay. Whew. All right, so Scrubby actually now goes right in between what appears to be private property. Doesn't really appear to be any sort of a corridor I can walk in there, so I've decided I'm gonna just cut out this small segment. It's probably about 300 meters or so, and I'm gonna pick it up where it comes out back onto the public area, and that's going to be off Green Road. There's a friendly puppy. Welcome to Park Ridge. This is where Scrubby comes out, that part that I couldn't come down. It's filled with pine trees, tons of them. Check it out. Holy dooly. So we're not going to be going through that, but we'll be travelling up alongside of it. So as I'm just going along the left-hand side of the creek, it's very evident that it's a lot deeper and wider here. However, it's just filled with long grass. Righto, here's a section that thins out a little, so let's go explore just this part. Actually looks like a pleasant part of Scrubby here, so I might as well just continue following it. This reminds me of rock hopping up, you know, some of those beautiful waterfall lines and canyon areas. I think I go under this drain line. I was almost taken out by that cyclist. She rides faster than me. Okay, this is nice. I'm walking amongst the paperbark trees. That's why it's called paperbark. On the other side says to Emerald Drive to the left, to Wallow Road on the right. We're going to be going to the right. Looks like there might be a log for me to cross over because this is a intersection for the creek, and just a small creek comes off from the left hand side, but it meets and mates into Scrubby, which continues flowing on down to the right hand down there. I don't know why, but I love crossing logs. I just love it. If I see a big log across a creek or a river, I often try to attempt to cross it. I don't know why. I just have to do it. Oh, there's a bin chicken. Yeah, you better run. Now, I might go down to the bank of the creek there. Looks like there's a bit of dirt, and there's my friend the bin chicken down there. Oh, there's two bin chickens. So much sand here, it just feels like a little beach. Actually feels nothing like a beach. Look at this. This is just all like dead and dry. I wonder what's the go with this. All dead and dry. Looks like it's all been sprayed. Whilst here it's all lush and weedy. Ooh, I can see a monitor lizard. When I see it, it's right on top. Oh, another one just jumped in the water there. So one jumped in there, and there's one just sitting right on top of the log. I tell you what, I'm so glad I brought my long pants today. The other day I was filming another part of this series. I haven't done it sequentially, like not properly from the beginning. But the other day anyway, I was doing it from Gould Adams Park. And I'm just doing it in my shorts. When you get to that video, you'll see what I mean. And yeah, let's just say my legs were cactus at the end. And I'm looking over there, there's another sandy section. So the creek peters out. Oh, I just saw another lizard, or two of them jump in. Far out. I wish I caught that on camera. They run and they just glide across the top. It's quite impressive actually to see. And that's where it continues down. Wow. All right, I'm starting to see the creek widen out now. And I actually could see a bit further down, like some council-built decks. Like maybe like a walkway. It's pretty cool. Just saw a big goanna scamper past. Push through. That's it. And there's the beautiful Scrubby Creek. Righto, let's do it. So I've crossed over to the left-hand side of the creek down here. We're approaching Vansittart Road soon. And I can see there's a bit of a dirt track here. Looks like maybe some bikers go here. You can see wallabies are jumping across. A couple of ducks sitting on the log over there. I keep hearing these splashes, and what they are the lizards just jumping off into the water. I just can't seem to, I'm not quick enough to capture them upon the camera. It's a real other world in a world, isn't it? Oh, it's pretty thick scrub here. Wow, what the heck? This is like super thick. Here's a nice resting place. Come down here with your family and, you know, spend a picnic, have a cup of tea and your Tim Tam again. And when it's time to go home, this is the way out. Follow me. Come on, little Johnny. So there's some kind of a pipe here, and I feel a pressing need to walk on it. Hey, if I can walk that thing, not very well, but if I can do it, anyone can do it. Oh yes, I see another drain to walk through. So that was Vansittart Road. We've just walked underneath. The creek runs through a big drain system and it comes on down to here, and this is what Scrubby Creek looks like on this side. Now I'm going to report this to Coles. Their shopping trolley is in Scrubby Creek. That's not on. Coles, get your act together. There we go. I'm glad I'm doing this, like, today's a Thursday. It's my birthday after all today too. Happy birthday to me. This is the kind of stuff I like to get up to on my birthday. And thank goodness that it's quiet. Here, Saturdays and afternoons, generally speaking, it's really busy with the little athletics going on. So for me to be walking around here, honestly, I'd be having the cops called. Oh, there's a guy in the park, he's dressed like a freak. And he's got a camera and he's filming everyone. So I'm quite try to be a little bit more strategic when I'm actually doing this kind of stuff and where. Cause yeah, like I said before, I was going past a guy just on the footpath and he looked like he was 65. And I don't know if he was joking or what, but he began freaking out. He's like, oh, and he moved off right off to the side. like a gesture, don't mug me. And I'm thinking, for crying out loud, I say, hello, good morning, or whatever. Probably just makes it worse, doesn't it? It's quite thick and quite dense as it's wrapping around. I love that big tree that's fallen over. And we're still going along, I think it might be called Hyde, H-Y-D-E Park. It's a big park here, runs past Vansittart Road. And there's not many people here. There's a couple of council workers sitting down having lunch. In fact, they'll probably be the ones to ring and report me. There's a big slide down there. See, that's the danger. Here it's doable, but you don't do this on big, high, steep cliff edges. Perfect example, my foot just went down and down. I was expecting something solid and there was nothing. Get rid of spider webs. Now something that I'm just noticed now is this section has these, I don't know, these plants growing here. They've all got something white on it. Now I don't know if that's like a pesticide that's been dropped from above. Even that palm, a couple of palm branches has the same. It's got white all over it. So I think it's a pesticide of some sort. I don't know, there's a particular smell to it. So I don't really want to be breathing that stuff in, not knowing what it is. Whoa. There's another massive log I can see over there. As I'm just walking along, I can just hear all these other cars and traffic driving around. And here I am, feeling like I'm walking in some big national forest. And there's a car, it's probably Waller Road, I'm not too sure yet, just up there. Right, so you can see there's Waller Road. My car's actually parked on Waller Road, but I've still got a little bit to go. Scrubby Creek from this bridge comes underneath and it actually deviates off to the right. That's just another inlet coming in and feeding in to Scrubby, which is flowing down that way. Scrubby Creek crosses under a bridge there, and it's right next to 7-Eleven. Which is good with me, because I'm going to grab a cup of coffee. How good is that? There's a perfectly good footpath just over there, which we won't follow. Because we don't like footpaths. We like bush bashing in marshland and weeds and long grass and things with thorns and things that make you itch at night for weeks. That's what we want. And so that's what we're doing. Number of fallen logs over there. The Browns Plains State High School, I think it is, or State School, High School, whatever, is right over there. And look at this. I tell you what, this is where teachers should be bringing their students for excursions. Come with me, I'll take your kids out for an excursion, all right? I'll take your class out. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Ooh, yes, did you see that? Did you see that? I hope so. This is where we want to be, yes. Now come on, that's cool. That is cool. You know you want to do that, right? All right, so what I'm seeing is something called the light at the end of the tunnel. I see the bridge, my car's parked just past that bridge. Oh geez, and the things you find. There we go. Thumbnail. And this is Regents Park. You can see a sign just up there. This is very cool. Under that bridge you can see keeps flowing up here and meanders its way down there. So this is quite nice actually. You can see from the school the kids would cross over here, get to the 7-Eleven, get their slushy. 7-Eleven's just over here. Get on back to school and all without the teacher knowing. Thank you Browns Plains High School children that have created this trail to 7-Eleven. Oh, there's a massive log. This is so cool. Look at this trail. The creek continues up there. There's a big drain. It's such a cool breeze I can feel blowing down here. Woo! And lo and behold, there's my trusty workhorse waiting for me. So there you have it, 9.3 kilometers of pure Scrubby Creek goodness. This is the real stuff, the good stuff I just gave you. From start to Waller Road. That's it, you know, that's it for this run. Next time I'm going to continue this series from here and I'll keep on powering down until I think it comes to Berrinbar wetlands. So that's going to be interesting at Berrinbar. We'll punch on through to there and you get to experience more Scrubby Creek goodness. So I hope you liked this video. you know, it's a bit of fun. I enjoy making this stuff. If you have watched this to the end, give it a thumbs up, hit like, consider subscribing if you like this kind of bush bashing nonsense. I enjoy doing it. It's something different. You see so many videos of hiking, you know, majestic places, but you know what? Majestic can also be in your backyard, and that's the whole point of urban hiking. Come and explore what you've got in your own backyard, and I bet you all of these houses, all of these people that live all around here, none of them know what's just beyond the road that they live at. They got no idea about Scrubby Creek, where it comes from or where it goes out to. They don't care. And you know, it's in our neck of the woods. Why not explore, have a look at it, appreciate it, do it. If you don't want to do it, watch this video, and I thank you for watching it if you do watch it. Now you know what it's time for. It's time for me to go over to that place, yeah, and get myself a $2 cup of coffee. Thanks for checking it out. See yous. So good.